Hi, I'm Mrs. Harvey, and I'm going to tell you about a very important information literacy skill, paraphrasing for 12th grade. When we write research papers, we use information from authorities on the subject to prove our points and to support our findings. There are three things we can do. We can quote, paraphrase, or summarize. Quoting is using the same words in the same order as the author, with quotation marks and citing. Paraphrase is using your own words to convey the same meaning in the same number of sentences as the author and citing. Summarizing using fewer sentences, but we're just stating the main idea with key ideas from the source. But of course, we still have to cite. Otherwise, it would be considered plagiarism. Why paraphrase? We can understand the content better. We reduce the number of quotations. The paper becomes your words instead of someone else's. The paper is smoother and flows better. It's not so choppy. An example of paraphrasing. This is an excerpt from Do Pets in the Workplace Improve Morale? Note the quotation marks because it's word for word and the citation. Both pet owners and non-pet owning employees report lowered stress levels and a higher level of job satisfaction with pets on the premises. This naturally leads to increased productivity. Notice because there's no author, we use part of the title in our citation, the year, and there's no page number. If there was a page number, we would use P period and then the number. But in this case, we use para and the number of the paragraph. Now it's paraphrased. This is in my words. By having pets at the workplace, it was noted there was decreased levels of anxiety and increased morale among pet and non-pet workers. This normally prompts greater efficiency. These are in my words. It means the same thing. But notice the citation. We still have to cite. We don't have to use a paragraph number or page number, but it's highly encouraged. The first step in paraphrasing is we read the passage or sentence several times. This way we understand what the author is trying to say. We can note keywords and ideas. We might want to take a highlighter or a pen and underline the keywords and ideas to make sure we are not changing the passage or sentence. Step 2. Not looking at the original, we write or say it in our own words. Maybe taking a break or stepping away for a little while will help you put it in your own words. Some of the tricks are try using synonyms. Not all the synonyms are going to work for a specific word, so be careful that try different ones. Some specific terms also may not be able to change, such as medical, professional, or legal terms. So be careful with that. Start at a different point in the passage. Instead of saying instead of starting at the beginning, you might want to start in the middle or toward the end. Use a passive voice instead of an active voice. Use a similar number of sentences. Don't make it too short or don't make it too or longer. Possibly break a long sentence into two sentences or combine two into one. This will help make it your own. Step 3. Compare your version and the original. Ask yourself, does it mean the same thing? Are there too many keywords and phrases the same? If their answer is yes to either question, go back and make the necessary changes. You might want to take a break or go look at it the next day. That way, you'll get a fresh perspective and really be able to tell the difference. Step 4. Cite the paraphrase. You still have to cite the new sentence or sentences because the idea is not yours, only the words. You can cite at the end using author, date, page, or paragraph number. Again, it's not required, but it's highly encouraged. Or you can start off the paraphrase by saying, author says. For example, author, here's the publishing date, says blah, 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 and end with the page number. Again, that's optional. If you don't have a page number, you can use paragraph, but again, this is optional. And you also do not need quotation marks. Let's do one together. In addition to reduced stress levels, being around animals has documented positive effects on blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and the immune system. Notice, since it's a direct quote, word for word, from the same article, we're using quotation marks, and of course it's cited. Let's see. Okay. Now we know that blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and the immune system are medical terms. We're not going to change those. Reduce stress levels. Well, in the previous example, I used the word anxiety instead of stress. So I think we'll keep using anxiety to be consistent with my words. Reduced, well, reducing and lower, that's a synonym. Okay, being around. Well, if we're being around animals, we're surrounding ourselves with animals. So I'm thinking about using the word surround. Documented. Well, when we document something, we are recording something. So I think I'm going to use recorded. In addition, well, another word for addition is besides. So I think I've got it. I think I'm going to start with either documented. I'm going to start, instead of starting at the beginning, I'm going to start in the middle of the sentence to make it, again, my own. Let's see what we come up with now. Recorded evidence shows besides lower anxiety, there's my stress levels, blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and immune system are positively impacted by surrounding yourself with animals. Again, it's cited, and since it's not required but highly encouraged, I'm still going to use the paragraph number because there's no page number. If there was a page number, you use the page number. So let's compare the two. Okay? Are they different? Do they mean the same thing, most importantly? I think they do. I think we got it. Recorded evidence, here documented. See where we started? In the middle. Lower anxiety, that's stress levels. Blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and immune system. Well, they're medical terminology, so we're not going to change that. Surrounding, being around. And again, I didn't change the word animals because animals is a broader term than pets. But I think we did it. They mean the same, and we used our own words most importantly. Remember, reread the passage or sentence several times so that we understand it. Step 2, not looking at the original, either write or say it in your own words, noting key words and ideas. Compare your words to theirs. Make sure the phrase means the same. That's very important. Make minor adjustments as needed. We don't want to change the meaning of the phrase, but we want to change the words. And of course, cite it. If we don't cite it, it's plagiarism. I hope you learned something. Here are my resources used in making this tutorial and the work cited. Thank you.